Why is he in your literature class? How surprising, we're in the same class. I knew you would pick this class. That's why I chose it too. Ah! You need to stop doing that. You reach for his phone, but before you can grab it, he snatches it with unexpected ferocity, placing it face down on his lap. That was a bit sus. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today I want to play a game that was made for the Yandere Game Jam called First Base. College. What do you even have to say about it? It's college. There's not much to talk about. Your experience thus far has proven to be so normal that it isn't normal at all. It's boring. You were never the type to really go out of your way for anything, rarely attending your previous school's pep rallies, dances, and sports festivals, but you kind of missed the option to do so now that you're here. Once you realized that, you decided now was a better time than ever to try putting yourself out there. Even if out there is just the shade near the baseball field. You subconsciously find yourself walking there every now and then while studying a book, Taming of the Shrew, for your psychology class. It's interesting enough of a read that you've enjoyed it, but casual enough that it doesn't take up all of your attention. Sometimes you'll stop reading to watch the baseball players practice. It's a good start for you. The players are smart and fun to talk to when they're benched, and you've been able to make some friends through it, even though you don't play yourself. Another thing you're grateful for is that they're all very coordinated. The chances of getting hit by a stray ball are little to none. Little to none doesn't mean that it won't happen eventually, though. Hey, watch out! A baseball is coming straight toward your face. Ah! You squeeze your eyes shut, anticipating a hard knock to your head, but it doesn't happen. Thank God. Someone caught it. Wait. Is that? You search your brain. You know that face. Upon recognition, you call out his name in confusion. Dakota Cly? That's me. You okay? Blinking your eyes as Dakota swiftly tosses the ball to the pitcher, you answer. Yeah, thank you. I should have noticed it in time. I was preoccupied with... You stumble over your words for a second. Well... What I mean is, sorry. I was sidelining anyways. It's no problem. Plus, you're cute. It's any guy's dream to protect a cute girl like you. Your face flushes. Is he flirting with you? Not that you mind at all. You've only heard positive things about the guy, and when you've talked to him before a few times, he seemed quite nice. You thought his accent was attractive. To be fair, you found a lot about him attractive. Oh, thank you. You're pretty cool, too. Oh, yeah? You think so? I mean, yeah, of course I do. In that case... First of all, thank you very much. Secondly, would you want to go out sometime? For a date? I'd love to get to know you more. That said, I already know everything about you. Oh, no! Sure, why not? Awesome, I totally didn't see that red text that said you already know everything about me. Do you have some kind of future vision and knew I was going to be beamed by a baseball? How about tomorrow for lunch at noon? We can go wherever you want. Dakota seemed determined to make this lunch date. It works for you, so... Sounds good to me. Dakota's smile grows wider as you exchange contact information, spreading warmth and positivity. You give him a polite nod before you go your separate ways, your feet taking you back to your apartment. With all of your classes out for the day, you feel a sense of liberation and freedom wash over you. The weight of the world is temporarily lifted, and you revel in the opportunity to be alone. Am I alone? The thought of tomorrow makes you smile as you snuggle into your warm bed. No shenanigans. You wake up a little earlier than usual, excited for your date with Dakota. He'll be here to pick you up at 15 to noon. With a stretch and a yawn, you slip out of bed and pad over to the window, peering out of the world below. The streets are still relatively quiet at this hour, but a gentle hum of activity is starting to rise, Birds chirp merrily in the trees, and the scent of freshly cut grass wafts through the air. And then I start sneezing. In this serene moment, you feel a sense of peace. It's quite unusual for you to be up at this hour, but it's pleasant. Maybe you should make a hobby of waking up early. A smile spreads across your face as you turn away from the window and head to the bathroom. You take time getting ready, savoring each step of your morning routine. You shower, brush your teeth, and carefully style your hair, wanting to look your best for Dakota. Styling your hair is honestly quite difficult, unexpectedly. Do you want to go for a simpler look that won't give you a headache? Perhaps more volumized, extravagant appearance? Or maybe you put on your wig. My hair wasn't cooperating, so it's wig time. Wait, what? Hold on. Do I have a... Oh, you definitely have a crush. Just a small one. A teeny tiny one. Oh no. Is this a date? Yes, it is a date. We said it's a date. We agreed it's a date. Probably. You can't help but smile at the thought of Dakota showing up at your door. Once you're dressed, you make yourself a bowl of cereal. Thank goodness that's what you were craving, because you don't have many other options. Student loans already cost a fortune, so you can't fix the selection. You sit at your apartment desk, a bowl of dry cereal in front of you, and a copy of The Taming of the Shrew open in your hands. I wonder if the subject matter of that book is some kind of message to the plot, because I have not read The Taming of the Shrew. The morning sunlight filters through the curtains, casting a warm glow over the room. Honestly, it's so obvious that they're all getting manipulated. How can't they tell? Oh. You shake your head in disbelief, taking another spoonful of cereal as you think about how strange the plot is. How is this such a controversial book? It should be evident that they're all bad people and need help. I have no idea how people can think that their actions are excusable, much less reasonable. You sigh. How does this garbage get into modern curriculums? Is it that bad? Maybe because it was written ages ago? With a resigned shrug, you return your attention to the book, trying to find anything that would make sense to you. But then, right at 11:45, you drop your book and spring up to answer the door. You take a moment to open the door and take a breath and brush down your shirt. All right, you got this. Deep breaths. You open the door to see Dakota smiling warmly at you. He looks cool and confident, as if you were already great friends. Even though there's nothing obvious, you can't help but feel like it's different, like his ponytail is neater or his clothes are more ironed. Maybe that's just his confidence, though. Meanwhile, you're having trouble keeping the butterflies in your stomach. It's really unfair how handsome he is, even when he isn't dressing up. It makes you feel a bit silly for overthinking your appearance earlier. Hey there, Espoir. Are you ready to go? You smile, excitedly replying, Yes! I probably say that way too loud. You blush a bit at your outburst. Dakota, on the other hand, seems amused. Don't look so embarrassed. I'm excited too. You look so calm, though. Do I now? He leans in with a slight giggle, flustering you further. Oh, by the way, you look great today. Your heartbeat quickens. He's so close to you that you can smell the fresh scent from his shampoo. Thank you. Dakota backs up, reaching an arm out to replace the space where he was. Are you ready to get going? Yeah. Oh. You leave your house, locking the door behind you before you get into Dakota's surprisingly fancy-looking car. Wow, nice car. Thanks. You expect him to elaborate on how he got it, but he just closes the door for you. His family must be pretty wealthy, or maybe he bought it with the money he earned from his sports career. Is he making enough money from baseball to afford this? Maybe he bought it in order to look nice for dates. You briefly wonder how many people have oohed and ahed over his car, but you brush that thought aside. You're the one he asked out, after all. He took his jersey off before entering the car. Oh no. It's more comfortable like this, no? Yeah, I guess. As Dakota drives down winding roads, the thought of lunchtime possibilities fill the air. He turns to you, a warm smile playing across his lips. Where would you like to eat? You hesitate, feeling a sense of politeness. Since you're paying, I think it's only fair that you choose the spot, right?
Nah, you can pick. I'm not a picky eater.
Sushi! Sushi! Are you sure? Dakota laughs, confusing you for a moment before he speaks up.
Espoir, I appreciate your thoughtfulness, but I'll be fine. What matters right now is you. So you can pick.
God, that was kind of cheesy, but I like cheese. But the way he says even stuff like that, he's smooth. All right, let me think. A flurry of thoughts race through your mind as you consider the options. You want to choose a place that's both delightful and budget-friendly. You're a lot of a broke college student, after all. After a bit of thinking, a nearby cafe pops into your head. It's a charming, unassuming spot, known for its tasty and affordable fare.
I can see the ideas forming in your eyes. Do you have a place you want to go?
Yes.
Let's head over there then.
Hold on. I'll put the directions into your phone. You reach for his phone, but before you can grab it, he snatches it with unexpected ferocity, placing it face down on his lap. That was a bit sus.
I'd prefer it if you just told me what it is.
Dakota looks a bit nervous, much unlike his usual self. However, as quickly as you notice it, his regular demeanor returns, replacing his expression with one of confidence.
I know this area like the back of my hand, so we don't need directions.
Oh, sure. It's the Book Bread Cafe. Dakota's eyes light up in recognition of the place.
Good choice. Let's head there right now.
As you approach, the inviting aroma of freshly brewed coffee and mouth-watering pastries waft through the air, further whetting your appetites. Dakota puts his jersey back on, giving you a pang of disappointment. He looked good without it. Not that he doesn't look good all the time. As you enter the quaint cafe, the first thing you notice is that the aroma from outside is far stronger here. There's a level of depth to the sensation, as if it were made to be picked apart to learn just what each scent is. The gentle buzz of light-hearted conversation and a little bit of laughter adds to the sensation, creating a cozy yet lively atmosphere. You'll never get sick of this place. Oh, so you mean this is a place that we frequent, which is, of course, he would know that we'd like to come here? As you make your way towards the counter, you notice a short line of people waiting patiently for their caffeine fix and pastries. You join the line with Dakota, awkwardly standing in silence as you read the menu. A few items on the menu catch your eye. You decide on... Ooh, avocado toast with an apple tart? Strawberry salad with green tea? Relatively healthy. A flatbread chicken sandwich with passion fruit tea. I kind of like the sound of that chicken sandwich. It was a very you kind of thing. After a lot less time than you thought it would take, you and Dakota reached the front of the line.
Hello, what can I get for you today?
Hi, I would like a flatbread chicken sandwich with passion fruit tea, please. The barista nods, inputting it into the POS.
And for you, sir?
I'll have the same.
You look at him in surprise. There's no way he planned to order the exact same food as you. Maybe he hadn't decided on what to get and just went with whatever you chose. Or maybe he just isn't that picky. You escape your thoughts, only to realize that Dakota has paid for the food. He did say he would, but your worst side honestly thought it was just a ploy. Dakota lightly taps your hand, and you two quickly find a table for two near the window and take your seats. Oh, I want to go on a nice cafe date. So, you like a flatbread chicken sandwich with passion fruit tea, too?
Oh, actually, I just wanted to try what you liked. What could be a better recommendation, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I could always just give you a bite of mine. Besides, I like all kinds of food. I haven't eaten anything that I don't like. A mischievous grin crosses your face. What if someone offered you something really strange? Do you think you'd try it?
I bet I would. People wouldn't cook it if it wasn't good.
Somebody out there in the world likes it. You laugh at that. You'll have to try one of your kitchen disasters. So, how did you get into baseball? He was already smiling, but now a new light comes to his face as you ask about baseball. Well, it's not that exciting. When I was little, my dad wanted me to be in sports, so he had me practice different sports in our yard and try out for little league teams. That's how we discovered that I have a natural talent for baseball. My dad used to say that I had one killer arm. Still do. The neighbors, unfortunately, did not share my dad's enthusiasm. I did feel bad about their window, though. You laugh again. Dakota blushes at your smile. He's so handsome when he blushes. It lights up his face pleasantly. What's your major?
Sports medicine, 3rd year.
I feel like I should have seen that coming. He laughs. You can feel yourself blushing, even though you can tell that he's laughing with you and not at you.
I love baseball, and I'm fascinated by the human body, so it's the perfect major for me. It's amazing how intricate and resilient the human body is. This semester, I'm taking emergency injury management and chemistry, too.
Wow, that sounds intense. Sports medicine. Considering all of those classes, how did he squeeze in time for this date? You'd collapse into a pile of sweat every moment nobody looked at you with a life like his.
It is challenging, but it's also really rewarding. I'm taking the CPR certification test next week. And actually, I've gotten to use some of my training already with one of my teammates.
Wait, really? What happened?
He dislocated his kneecap.
That's a thing that can happen? Oh. Without thinking, you grab your own knee as a twinge of sympathetic pain shoots through you. Dakota looks worried for a moment before waving his hand.
Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. He can't do any sports for the next 6 months, and he has to wear a knee brace, but he'll recover.
It's a good thing you were there to help him.
True, but with the way he was yelling, help would have come before long.
You didn't need to add that part. Thankfully, you hear the barista call out your order. You push back your chair to get up, but Dakota stops you.
You can stay here. I'll go get our food.
Oh, no, it's only fair if I help. He smirks at you as he stands up anyway. He puts a hand lightly on your shoulder to keep you seated.
Nope, you need to stay here to save our table. I'll be right back.
Oh, all right. You watch him walk towards the counter. You definitely do not think about how good he looks from the back. You especially do not think about his thick black hair or his lean, muscular shoulders. Instead, you turn around to look out the window, thinking about how much fun this date has been already. You're already thinking about going on another one. Oh, how nice. He returns with your food all in one tray. Tantalizing steam rises from the food and drinks. You can't wait to dig in. Dakota takes a bite.
Delicious, just like I knew it would be.
Glad you like it.
How could I not like something you like?
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
The two of you take a moment to eat, enjoying your lunch. Then Dakota starts the conversation back up again.
So, what about you? What's your major?
Psychology.
Fascinating. Have you been analyzing me this whole time?
I might have been.
Ooh, do share, Dr. Espoir.
All right, but as a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor yet, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, or maybe a gallon of salt.
Gotcha.
Well, I've noticed that you're very confident and assertive. You're also very easygoing and funny.
So you think I'm charming? Do go on.
However, I notice that you often cross one arm over your stomach, which is a sign that you actually feel nervous or defensive, but are trying to hide it. So I wonder if you might be more worried about our date than you've let on.
Oh, did I get you?
Dakota's expression falters for a moment. You probably shouldn't have said that. But it can also be a gesture that people do because it feels comfortable. Dakota's normal cheer returns. He laughs.
Oh, I see. You were teasing me. You had me there for a moment, Espoir.
And now you're putting me at ease to cover up the discomfort I caused. I really should stop analyzing people when they ask me to. At least until I get further along in my studies. I really like psychology myself. You feel yourself blushing again. Sorry about that. Psychology is a soft science, so I can't speak in absolutes about it, except for the neurological aspects of it.
Not to worry. I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that. Although, you do look really cute when you blush like that. Maybe I should tease you a little more.
Man, he is smooth. I feel like I should be taking notes. You could teach a class on how to flirt, and it'd be sold out.
So, do you have any hobbies?
Of course you have hobbies, but your favorite one is, painting, gaming, music. I like listening to music and making weird playlists. Yeah, I'd say gaming. I mostly play video games.
What's your favorite game?
Oh, my favorite game of all time is Vaporpunk 6044. It's so cool.
I've not heard of that one. Is it new?
No, it's been out for 3 years, but they did just release a new DLC for it. I'm waiting for it to go on sale.
DLC?
Downloadable content. Game companies put them out to keep their games relevant and to make lots more money.
I see.
Dakota falls quiet as you take a bite from your food. You can see a soft smile on his lips as he watches you. He's clearly very interested in what you're saying. You can feel his eyes on you, even when you weren't looking at him. Maybe he doesn't have many hobbies himself, so hearing you talk about yours fascinates him. Or maybe he just doesn't dislike anything, just like with his food. Hey, Dakota, what are some of your hobbies? What about you? What other hobbies do you have besides baseball, of course? Dakota blushes.
Oh,
Could it be stalking?
actually, baseball takes up so much of my free time that I've never gotten into other things.
What? Really?
Really?
What do you do for fun, or when you want to relax?
Baseball. Just baseball. All the time. Honestly, it's the only thing that helps me relax sometimes.
Oh, sorry. I mean, baseball is pretty fun. I'm terrible at it.
Don't worry about it. It just means I'm even better at baseball.
Still, it's not right that you have no hobbies. What about, I don't know, axe throwing? Axe throwing is definitely a unique choice, but you get the feeling he'd really enjoy it.
Axe throwing? That's a hobby?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not that common, but they have an axe throwing place at the mall, and it plays to your strengths too. I guess you need a good arm to, I guess.
Okay, I might try it, but only if you come with me.
Sure, that'd be great. That's gonna be our next date, axe throwing. You've only been axe throwing once, but the thought of going again with Dakota excites you.
Great, but if we're going to meet up again, I'll need your phone number.
Sure thing. You both exchange your phone numbers before sending each other a confirmation text. After the date winds down, you get back into Dakota's car. He takes you back to your apartment. Dakota pulls up to the curb in his sleek black car. You both step out, the street lamps casting a soft glow over the quiet neighborhood.
Well, here we are.
You both stand there for a moment, the silence hanging in the air like a forgotten punchline.
So, I guess I'll see you around.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta go axe throwing at the mall next week. You start to turn away, but Dakota clears his throat.
Hey, wait.
You look back at him, eyebrows raised in curiosity.
I had a really great time today, and I was thinking maybe we could do it again sometime.
You feel a rush of warmth at his words, a smile tugging at the corners of your lips. I'd like that.
Awesome. Well, I'll text you then. Oh, and before I forget, I have some flowers for you.
Dakota opens his car back seat and produces a bundle of roses. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Of course. Anything for you.
Oh, see, this is stalking done right. No breathing heavily at my window, no sending me weird threatening messages. Just mumbling under your breath about how you've been stalking me and how you love everything I do. Very, very demure. Very cutesy. As Dakota walks back to his car, you watch him go with a sense of excitement. Maybe this was the beginning of something interesting. That night, you reflect on how well your date with Dakota went. Such a sweet, attentive person. You can't wait to see him again.
Oh, how nice. Oh.
The sun filters through your window, waking you up before the alarm goes off, a sense of elation following you out of your dreams. You've never been a morning person, but today you're filled with so much energy, memories of last night flooding your mind. It almost felt like a dream. You hung out with the Dakota Cly, and he wasn't that bad of a guy. Heck, he was the one who asked you out. Honestly, it was fun. You feel like you might have said that already, but it just goes to show how enjoyable being with Dakota was. Not only was it fun, but he also wants to see you again. He was incredibly excited about the chance to hang out even more, and you can't help but feel a little excited about it too. We gonna go axe throwing. There's a small part of you that worries about how he doesn't seem to have any interests or hobbies outside of baseball, but that probably just means you need to get to know him better. No doubt he'll let slip something he's interested in before you know it. Your phone lets out a chipper ding, and you swipe at it eagerly, going straight to your messages. To your delight, you see exactly what you were hoping for, a good morning message from Dakota. It makes you giddy to see it, and you resist the urge just to kick your feet. He just has your heart in his grip, and it makes you so happy that you're more than eager to send a quick good morning reply in return. Aww. Once he knows you're awake, the texts come flooding in, and you have a bit of difficulty keeping up. He's so chatty. You knew he was talkative in person, but it's almost overwhelming in text form. After a few back-and-forth messages, he's double-checking if you'd like to go to that axe-throwing place at the mall. Which sounds like so much fun. You've always wanted to try axe-throwing, and you bet Dakota could teach you to do it amazingly. Just as you finish that thought, your phone alarm goes off, causing you to jump in place. You forgot that you hadn't turned it off after waking up. You turn it off and are suddenly reminded of the fact that you're a college student, which means you don't actually have all the free time in the world to go axe-throwing whenever you want. You open your schedule app and, yep, you have your literature class to attend today. Your disappointment suddenly surfaces as you realize you won't be able to go axe-throwing today. You aren't sure how you forgot about it so easily. Maybe the book was so awful you were trying to forget. Considering you're reading Taming of the Shrew, you probably forgot on purpose. For a moment, you consider skipping the class, but then decide against it. You can't afford to let your GPA drop any further than it already has, so it's best to just get the class over with. You sigh loudly in your room, feeling your energy already starting to deflate. You glumly text Dakota you'd love to go, but you have class to attend, and you can't afford to miss it. There's a short pause, but he texts back, letting you know he understands and that the two of you will plan to go another time. Yeah. You can't help but smile and heart his message, so grateful for how understanding he is. At the very least, you can complain about the class to him afterwards. With Dakota informed, you pack up your things and get ready for class. You're not looking forward to a boring day of literature class, but what can you do? With a half-hearted mood, you set out of your dorm room to start your day. Oh, all right. Having pretty much dragged yourself to class, you're glad to find you aren't late. A bit of a shock, considering how much you dragged your feet. Your feet are complaining just as much as you are from the rough walk. Seems most of the college walkways use gravel, and dragging your feet on them really takes a toll. Maybe you can treat yourself to a spa trip later to make them feel better, though you're not exactly sure where you're going to get the funds for that. Part of you was wondering where all the energy you woke up with went. It was like the moment you couldn't hang out with Dakota, it got sapped away in an instant. Was he that much of a positive influence on you? Could be. Pushing those thoughts away, you slump into your chair with as loud as a thud as you can make without alerting everyone else in the class. It's not a very loud thump in the end, so no one even glances in your direction. You're both relieved and disappointed by this outcome. Like a zombie trying to scratch the door open, you pull out your laptop and struggle to open it, digging your nails into the side just to flip the lid up. You're putting so little energy into lifting the lid, it's actually quite painful on your nails. Your mind wanders for a moment, wondering if excessive wrist pain would be more painful than this. For a moment, you consider comparing the two. Though, on second thought, you'd rather not develop arthritis from overworking your wrists just to put the two on a comparative scale. After several failed attempts to lift the lid with just your nails, you decide to stop dilly-dallying and actually open your computer. The computer starts up, auto-opening into the tabs you need, including your project, which, as of now, is blank. Ugh. You sigh as you stare at the screen. You had planned to work on it, but things got in the way, like having a lunch date with Dakota. On a list of priorities, you list that as far more important than a college assignment. Even if you probably shouldn't. Instead of getting started on the project, you decide to recheck the requirements for the assignment. As you've learned all throughout your school years, rechecking the assignment is the best way to stall. If a teacher looks over your shoulder, they just assume you forgot. Forbidden techniques like these help with your sanity. Someone clears their throat next to you. Suddenly, a million thoughts go through your head. Oh God, are your headphones unplugged? Is your appearance that intolerable? You whip your head around so fast you end up not recognizing it at first. Oh,
hi.
Dakota? You're stunned. He's here. Dakota Cly. Dakota asked you out on a date and was hecka smooth about it. Cly! Why is he in your literature class?
Hey, how surprising we're in the same class. I knew you would pick this class. That's why I chose it too.
Ah! You need to stop doing that. This is very surprising. You didn't think he would be the type to choose this class. He didn't mention being into reading, but I guess it makes sense. Perhaps he's here as an easy elective, just to get enough credits to graduate. Maybe his parents forced him here, to show off their son is both sports smart and book smart. It doesn't matter. It's honestly quite a good thing. You were just going to complain to him about the book. Oh, yeah. Wait, why are you surprised? You've been in this class for a couple of weeks now. You should have noticed him by now. Though, come to think of it, you hadn't really thought of Dakota until yesterday when he took you out. Maybe you just missed the fact that he was in this class. This had to be the case. There are quite a few people in this class, and you two must have just missed each other until that day at the baseball field. That was the only explanation.
Well, I do suppose that's convenient. I was just looking for you. You see, the teacher claims I'm a bit stuck in my interpretation of the book, so I thought a second opinion would be good. And who better than you?
Who better than me?
You haven't written a single gosh darn character in your essay. You're gonna have the most dog crap take ever. And he will never be able to breathe in your general direction again. His red eyes will never take in my form. He will shun me. I will be shunned. How on earth are you gonna assist him in something you haven't even started?
Well, can I read what you've written?
Sure. Let me get it out. You click uselessly at your laptop, trying your best to fake lag.
Hey, if you've written nothing, your secret's safe with me. Baseball gives enough stitches.
Ah, right. In your panic, you had forgotten Dakota was a regular student and not a super strict teacher's pet who was only doing this for his scholarship. You instantly snap back to your usual clicking speed. Doing so at such an impressive speed your laptop does actually lag. Once it loads, it shows the blank document. I got the title, at least. I wrote my name on it. It's not like you were expecting words to have magically appeared on it between sitting down and talking to Dakota, but it would have been nice if the universe had done so.
That's quite all right. It's a bit of a tough read for beginners, I'll give you that. What part are you struggling with? I'd be glad to help you.
Your cheeks flush with embarrassment at the offer. It's not that you're a bad reader, it's just that you've always struggled with Shakespeare. Oh, is it a Shakespeare thing? His use of archaic words, the specific annotation of his writing, and the obtuse way his characters speak to each other. Frankly, you find it hard to believe that any of his works have become such beloved classics. Well, I'm kind of struggling to just get through reading it without falling asleep. That's why I was trying to read it at the baseball field that day, to force myself to focus on reading it, even if I was a little more distracted by the game being played as a result.
Fortunately for me that you were there then, because it allowed me to meet you.
Oh.
You feel yourself flush again. You can hardly believe Dakota is so interested in you. What did you ever do to get his attention like this?
Well, let me tell you about my interpretation of the story. Then we can work on it from there to help you start your essay.
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
Anything for you, of course.
Oh, how smooth.
Dakota chuckles for a moment before clearing his throat to continue.
See, my interpretation is pretty straightforward. Everyone loves Bianca, but they don't see the value of Katharina just because she's a little feisty. Then she marries Petruchio, and he whisks her away to his home, where he truly and properly tames her. She becomes his perfect, loving, doting wife with just a bit of encouragement. It shows that you can make anyone become your perfect partner with a bit of care, attention, and the right persuasion.
And just a little bit of gaslighting.
Really?
The story is pretty straightforward, honestly. In fact, I'd say it's one of Shakespeare's least complicated works. But the teachers seemed to give me a strange look after I was done explaining that. Honestly, who are they to judge? No one actually knows what Shakespeare was thinking, but I think it's obvious. It's a tame or be tamed world, and I happen to like doing the taming.
Okay, Flowey. Is that really his interpretation of the book? Frankly, you haven't even finished reading it, so it's far from your place to have a nuanced interpretation of the book, but it seems a little bleak. Still, it's the Dakota Cly talking about the book. He couldn't possibly believe a harmful view was the right one to have. He was just explaining his view of the story. It probably wasn't as bad as he made it sound. Even if it was, he was just explaining what he read. He doesn't actually believe taming people into being the perfect spouse was a good idea. That's an interesting interpretation of the book. I can understand why the teacher might feel weird about it, but it's just your perspective. It's not that crazy. Not that crazy at all.
See? You get me. You really get me. It's no wonder I'm so obsessed with you.
What did I tell you about that mumbling? Stop mumbling.
Even if other people interpret the story differently, there's no denying that Katharina is tamed by the end of the story. She becomes the dutiful, obedient wife and expresses that to everyone in the audience. Whether it's an act or intentional, the end result is the same.
You definitely seemed enamored with the story. Did you like it?
Like it? I loved it.
Oh, so he's probably already read it. Like, he reads it 5 times a month.
It's a comedy, and it lives up to that name.
Is it a comedy?
The subterfuge of everyone being disguised and fooling each other, the slapstick comedy on display, and the actual taming itself. It's a riot from beginning to end. Whether or not it teaches a moral lesson is up to each person who reads the story. Personally, I think it's a fun idea to have all of these interwoven ideas and plots, and whether or not the taming actually works is also up to how well the tactics are done by Petruchio. People can break and be broken. That much is true. It's all about how you wield your hands.
You really need to finish reading the book now. If Dakota's interpretation is anything to go by, then the book is funnier than you were giving it credit for. And maybe that dark comedy even offers a more nuanced understanding to the concept of taming Katharina. Now the question was, of what little you knew of the book, did you agree with Dakota's interpretation?
Well,
I guess it's good. I haven't read it myself. I haven't even seen any adaptions of the story, so I know nothing about the story of the Taming of the Shrew, so I'll go on his word. It's good. It's good interpretation. Honestly, you're probably right. Shakespeare is known for his complicated works, but not everything someone makes has to be complicated, especially if it's supposed to be funny. I've only read a bit of the book so far, but what you're saying lines up with what I've read. I think it's a good interpretation. You expect nothing less from the Dakota Cly, after all.
I'm so glad you agree. It makes me feel even closer to you than before.
Really?
You know what they say, great minds think alike, and there's nothing more alike than sharing an opinion like this one.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to go back and disagree with him.
Goodness, Dakota's really happy you agree with him, isn't he? It makes you a little giddy. Goodness, Dakota is really happy you agree with him, isn't he? It makes you a little giddy inside to know you've made him so happy. Could this take it any better? You know, I was really struggling with getting this assignment done to the point that even reading the book was feeling painful, but you've really inspired me to take another crack at it. I bet I could finally start writing this assignment and reading the book seriously now, and it's all thanks to you.
Well, I'm happy to be of help.
You are. You're a huge help. I doubt I'll be able to finish this assignment without you.
Dakota looks like he's about to say something more when the teacher finally clears his throat to get the class's attention. It seems like it's time to actually listen to his lecture properly instead of talking amongst ourselves. Dakota seems a little annoyed, but the both of you turn to the teacher and pay attention to what he's saying. You open the tab on your laptop to your notes section. You hastily type down notes to the best of your ability, though it's always been a little hard for you to follow along with the lectures and take notes at the same time. Meanwhile, Dakota just looks bored. He's leaning against the table and staring blankly at the teacher, as if he'd rather be doing anything else in the world right now. You can't really blame him. You'd rather be doing anything else as well. Like going axe throwing at the mall with Dakota. It's crazy how much energy you had conversing with him a moment ago, and now it feels like the teacher is sucking it all away again. College can be such a bummer. Glad I'm finished with it. Every now and again you catch him glancing your way, though it's hard to tell if he's actually looking at you or something past you. More than once you tried to catch his eye, only for him to turn away just before you'd catch him dead to rights staring at you. It's a strange sensation, to be sure, making you wonder more about what's going on through his head than whatever the professor is currently rambling on about. But whatever it is he's doing, it's an added distraction, making it difficult to keep accurate notes. Not that your notes were looking fantastic to begin with. A lot of it was just you keyboard smashing a summary of what he just said and hoping to organize it later. Lectures were definitely your least favorite part of trying to learn anything in college. A grueling hour and a half of lecture finally passes, and the teacher wraps up the class for the day. He reminds everyone that the assignment is due very, very soon, and you groan alongside the others, since you still have so much work left to do on it. Though, if it wasn't for Dakota, you'd be even further behind than you already are.
As much as I'm enjoying the book, the lectures are always a bit of a drag.
You can say that again. Like, can't you get with the times? Summarize it in 10 minutes or less already. Not all of us are taking this class as a core of our major.
You're so right.
I only took this class for you.
Hey!
I only took this class because it's an easy elective. I always forget that they like to ramble on about nothing, regardless of the fact.
I know, right? It's like, come on, guys, we're not here for your class specifically. We're here to follow our major.
You get me. You really get me. Hey, since you still need to finish your assignment, what do you say the two of us hang out some more and I can help you understand the book more?
Aww. It's a tempting offer. Dakota wanting to spend more time with you. You'd love to take him up on it. Honestly, I could use the help, but I've got some homework I need to finish tonight first. I don't suppose we could hang out another day?
How about tomorrow? You won't be able to put off the assignment for too much longer, seeing as it's due soon.
I know, you're right. Yeah, tomorrow is fine. Just text me when you're free to meet up.
If it's for you, then I'm always free.
Smooth! You feel your face flush a little at that. Does he actually mean that? Whether he does or not, it makes you feel a little flustered that Dakota Cly, of all people, is more than willing to help you out. Yeah, then I'll figure out what my schedule is and text you, okay?
Sounds lovely. Looking forward to hearing from you then.
Same to you. He gives you a kiss on the cheek. Ah! And you can't help but smile and feel butterflies in your stomach from the interaction. He didn't just ask you out for fun. He likes you. He really likes you. Oh.
Yeah, you don't hear all the mumbling he's doing? You finish packing up your laptop and make your way back to your dorm. After a long day of classes, you feel all of the energy drained from your body the moment you step through the door to your room. With little care, you plop your bag on the floor and flop face first onto the bed. Your whole body is complaining. You haven't had enough to eat today due to your limited budget, and you've had to sit through boring classes to keep your GPA up. Your feet are pulsing with pain from all the walking and grating against gravel. You can hear your neighbors playing thumping music. The only highlight of your day so far has been getting to spend time with Dakota, even if just for a short period of time. You feel fortunate that he's been willing to put up with you so far, despite everything going on, and wonder if or when he's going to get sick of you. It's hard enough for you to put up with yourself some days, let alone forcing others to deal with you. You don't know what Dakota sees in you, but you're glad he sees it, because your mood would be far worse without his encouragement. As if on cue, your phone dings, and you lazily pull it out of your pocket, barely even having the energy to turn your head from the comfort of being buried in the pillow to look at the screen. It's Dakota texting you. Opening it, you see a cute animated GIF that he sent to cheer you up. It's actually pretty funny, and you can't help but get a chuckle out of it. You quickly send a light-hearted reply back in return, and you feel some of your energy returning. He just seems to always know what you need, doesn't he? Just from that little exchange, you feel like you can get your homework done. That way, you won't have to put off hanging out with Dakota any longer than you have to. Grabbing your laptop from your bag, you set it up on your desk and get ready to start your homework. Other than the assignment Dakota is going to help you with, you've still got to write an essay for your history class and do a short research paper for your diversity and culture class. You swear, classes just love making you do essay after essay for them. Don't the teachers get tired of reading them? Whatever, it's not your school, you're just following the curriculum. Just as you're opening your tabs to get started, you notice something strange. The light next to your camera on your webcam is on. That's strange. You shouldn't have any programs open that use your webcam. You glance around your taskbar for any programs that might be using it, but nothing comes up. Strange. You shrug it off and decide to focus on your homework, figuring it's probably just a software glitch. Your laptop is kind of old and was on the cheap end to begin with anyway. Though, as you get to work, you can't help getting the strange sensation that you're being watched. Why don't you put a bit of black tape up on there? Uh-oh. Dakota? I already know there's shenanigans. What shenanigans are you throwing? You know what? Maybe in the very beginning, maybe not. Maybe we don't need to go on that date. Sorry, I'm just really busy this week. Dakota pauses for a painfully long moment, making your gut stir with anxiety. Would it change your mind if I offered to pay for your food? It would. It would. You're a starving college student. Yeah. How about tomorrow for lunch at noon? Oh no, are you trying to tame the shrew with free food? 'Cause it's gonna work. We can go wherever you want. Dakota seems determined to make this lunch date. So do we just go anyway? So we know that Dakota doesn't have any hobbies of his own. What if I keep talking about my hobby? Well, he does seem pretty happy to hear you talking about it, so you might as well continue. You spend most of your day talking about gaming. Dakota listens to you intently, nodding along and occasionally asking questions. He seems very interested in everything you have to say. Do you go to any gaming clubs? I'd like to go with you, if I could. Of course. I'll let you know when we meet. We're pretty open to new people, and any skill level is welcome. Great, but if we're going to meet up again, I'll need your phone number. What if I say I don't really like that interpretation? I don't like it. You can't help but frown at hearing his interpretation of the book. It seems so cynical and depressing, like the point is that you can force someone to change through torture and lies. It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
That's kind of a depressing interpretation, don't you think? That anyone can be changed to fit into a role through torture and deception? It just seems cruel.
Dakota's smile falters, turning into a frown as I say that. I kind of feel bad for downplaying his interpretation when he seems so proud of it. After everything he's done for me, I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I also don't feel like I could lie to him either.
Please forgive me, Dakota.
I'd rather think that the play is making the whole thing out to be some kind of dark joke, or just a meta-commentary on the times, or something like that, you know? That feels like it's not any better than my suggestion. Are you really one to talk down about my idea when you haven't even finished the book? Look, I'm just trying to be optimistic.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't know. I just kind of want to look at it in a brighter context than that, okay? Especially since this is supposed to be a comedy. Even if comedy means something slightly different than it did back then, I'd like to have more of a chuckle out of it. I'm not dismissing your interpretation. It's fine to have your own. Besides, it helped me realize what direction to take on my own, so thank you for sharing it.
Dakota's face is unreadable for a moment, but it seems my words did reach him in the end. He gives me a smile, and that makes me feel a little better for turning down his own idea moments ago. Well, I'm happy to be of help.
You are. You're a huge help.
Please don't specifically throw baseballs at my face. The two of you shake hands, and he gives you a big smile. Though his grip on your hand is tight, you try not to wince, but it actually kind of hurts. You're sure he didn't mean to hurt you. He's naturally small from baseball and doesn't understand his own strength. Once his back is turned, you quickly shake your hand, hoping he didn't notice how much it hurt. After all, you're fairly certain he wouldn't try to hurt you on purpose. Right? Well, as this game is still in demo form, I'm sure there's far more shenanigans that will be afoot. If you would like to follow this developer for any more development, there is a link in the description of this video. I really like it when developers incorporate themes from, like, literature and things into the story of their game. So I look forward to exactly how Mr. Dakota is going to tame us. And if you would like to see more amazing visual novels, feel free to look around my channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, or interact in any way that's comfortable for you, as it really helps out my channel so more people can discover it, and it brings us a step closer to getting to 100,000 subscribers. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.